What's up, idols? It's Cece Lesson 3. Welcome back to my channel. Yo, there's been an update. I'm so sorry for the delay and the wait, guys. What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for? I can explain. I was sick as fuck for like a whole day. I'm all better now. It was literally like a 24-hour bug or something, but I do have these coughing fits. I randomly just start choking and coughing uncontrollably, and it's definitely fucking with my vocals, so if I sound ugly, I do apologize. My apologies. My most sincerest apologies, truly. Also, I was in Italy and we got back last night, and I also got an email yesterday because she had the baby, so we got an update. What am I doing? If you don't remember who Merida and Minho is, I suggest you rewatch this video and get caught up so you know what the fuck I'm talking about in this video. So as always, please watch this video until the end. Drive up the engagement, leave a comment that says for the like, for the watch, for the algo. Thank you to my channel members. Binge my videos, they're all in playlists, they're put together conveniently for you. Also, if you have a story you want me to share, please email me at cclesson3@yahoo.com. They've been getting a little slow lately. I do have one more that's gonna come out on Monday, so fret not, there will be an upload next week. I just can't wait till I'm back in Korea in January. I'll have a whole lot more content for y'all. So, quick question of the day. What is the age gap between you? Oh shit. What is the age gap between you and your ultimate bias? For me, for example, it's 1 year, well, a little over a year. Me and Namjoon, what, like 15 or 17 months older than him? Who out there trying to be Nunas? Y'all looking for y'all opars? I wanted to ask this because the other day I was on Instagram and I saw a post about Jungkook and it was the 3D promotions and stuff. That was the question in the caption, asking people's age gaps, and some people were like, oh, he's 15 years older than me, and I'm like, wait, what? And there were also people like, he could be my grandchild. So I'm just curious. Like, so if you're ready, and if you let me. So yes, like I said, Merida had the baby. She says she actually had it a few weeks ago, but as you can imagine, she's had a lot going on, so she is getting to us now, which I gotta say, thank you, Merida. I was not expecting any sort of update at all. I'm gonna be looking down, referring to my notes. So this is what she said first. She wanted me to read this, like, quoted from her. She said, OMG, I was not expecting my story to blow up the way it did. Y'all make me want to start my own channel to show what it's been like as a new parent in a different country, but I don't want to edit. I'm not a people person. I'm too damn busy. I'm rude, and I'll probably get my ass canceled before I even start. Look, everybody who wants to make a YouTube channel, I have always said just do it. All of my friends, I keep telling, yo, make a channel. You can start off with your phone if you don't have a camera. Editing's not that bad. It's actually kind of fun. Like, y'all see I go ham with these edits. It's fun. I say, do it! I'm sure a lot of people will watch. I will definitely tune in to watch. So let me know if you do make your videos, if you do go live, start a channel, because I will be your first subscriber. So anyway, we last left off with Merida as she's preparing for motherhood. By the way, she also told me she's 24. A lot of you guys were asking how old she is. I just knew she was young. She didn't tell me too many specifics about who she was, but she's 24. Her boyfriend's 26. The fiance, baby daddy, Minho, is slowly coming to terms with the fact that he's about to be a dad and how much their life's about to change. So you'll remember they weren't sure where to have the baby. They weren't sure, like, oh, my American family also wants to be there, and he's like, but my Korean family wants to be here. So they were trying to decide where they should have the baby. And one interesting thing that ended up happening before, you know, D-Day, before the baby came, Minho decided to take a trip with his boys to the Philippines. And Merida at the time thought it was probably, you know, a good idea to get out with the boys. It would be one of the last times you can before you have a whole child in the world. So go out, have your fun with your friends, and come back and get it out of your system. She said he went for a few days, and at first, like right after the trip, he was very different. You know, he was gushing about how much he missed her, rubbing her belly all the time. He was just very affectionate in that way. And after a few days, he was kind of back to his old self, where he would go from, do you need anything? Are you comfortable? We should talk about baby names and looking at schools and everything, to sometimes even just sleeping in a different room from her. And it was just a lot of hot and cold with him. And this started to worry Merida because as the due date is quickly approaching, she's realizing, like, I don't know if he's capable of understanding how much our lives are about to change. Like, is he going to be ready for this? Is he going to be ready to commit and understand and adjust? So one sweet day, while Minho's mom was checking in on Merida, she confided in her and let out everything that I just told y'all. And Minho's mom said that she also noticed that he seemed to not be taking this as seriously as he should be. So she said, you know what, I'm gonna talk to my son. She said she wanted to explain to him all the sacrifices that a woman makes with her body, her health, both mental, physical, emotional. And she said even though it takes two people to create a life, the burden and the expectations are always more for a woman. And she wanted to make sure her son understood that so he could be supportive where he needs to be. So after this talk, Minho went to go talk to Merida and asked, hey, did you talk to my mom? Like, did you tell her to talk to me? And she could tell that he was upset by this. And she's like, I didn't tell her to talk to you. I was just venting how I feel. You know, it's the same thing I've told you, but you don't seem to want to hear it. So I just needed to get it out to somebody. Remember, I am in this country by myself. You and your family are my family right now. And then he said, this is a little hard to read, but he said that he was sorry and they did have a bit of a fight, but it was her and his family who insisted on having his baby, whereas he wanted to get an abortion. He said, this is what you and my family wanted. It'll take me time to come around, but we're here because of your wishes. Ouch. So like I said, there's a lot of hot and cold going on right now. So sometime later, Minho's mom decided to put together, like, I don't know if they do baby showers in Korea, but it sounds like a baby shower. But she said it was a party to celebrate their engagement and to provide things for the baby, just to celebrate their relationship and get everybody together. It was at this party where his family kept asking about marriage, like pressuring them, encouraging them, guys, everything that you're about to go through would be so much easier if you guys were married. But naturally, Merida's like 8 months along. She doesn't want to get pregnant being this big. What? Merida's like 8 months along. She doesn't want to get pregnant being this big.
What do you mean?
She doesn't want to get married being this big. They're like, look, we have just met. Like, this is a lot. We're still getting used to. We don't want to rush everything in our relationship. Like, yeah, we're having this baby and we're trying to step up and do what's right.
We've seen a lot of people raw dog it with no gloves or no protection, and it's not good.
But don't make us rush into a marriage as well. So they're at least on the same page about that. But then they're like, oh, you know, you don't have to have the ceremony now. At least be married on paper. It'll just make everything so much easier. That way, you know, you have to register the baby and all that stuff in Korea. And then they could have a ceremony later when Merida's family could be involved. They could have one in the States and in Korea. All that could come later. It was also at this party where Minho's dad suggested that Merida move in with all of them. Because again, she stopped teaching, so she knew her housing, she was gonna have to give up her apartment soon. And I can't remember if I mentioned this in the last video, but just in case I didn't, Merida's family was sending her money to Korea to like keep her afloat while she was resting and taking things easy because she was, you know, becoming very pregnant. So Minho's also been working more hours. This is a time where Merida says she's starting to feel really lonely because as she's getting bigger, it's like, okay, obviously by default, I'm not going to America to give birth. Like, I'm quite pregnant. I don't want to be flying like this. So I'm going to be here giving birth. I miss my family. My man's working. My man's family wants us to move in. I'm not doing that. They're rushing a marriage. So luckily, her mom was able to fly out to Korea for a month, but unfortunately her dad couldn't come. Her siblings couldn't come. Her grandparents couldn't come. So her mom said, I'll come with you for a month. I'll get an Airbnb. Me and you can chill. We can vibe. You can enjoy my company. I can help get you through this because, you know, she had kids. She knows what it's like. And you can get some time away from Minho and his family if you need it. I imagine it must be really nice to have your mom with you in a new country and just so you can feel like the baby again. You know, everybody, there's been all this preparation for your baby that you're having, but you know, you're still somebody's baby. And one thing that she did say that was funny, she said there was this awkward moment where Minho thought her mom was making a dirty joke and her mom was like, boy, what'd you say to me?
Chen, you have a big nose. Yeah, I do. I have a pretty big nose, don't I? You know what else is big?
I like big noses because, well, because you can kind of like sit on them.
Now one day after Merida's mom got to Korea, she wanted to take Minho out for dinner so they could just talk one-on-one so she can vet him fully. What are your intentions with my daughter? Now, of course, Merida was not there, so all she has is the account from her mom and her man.
And my man, thank you to my man.
And based on what they tell her, stories seem pretty similar, that it was a good, productive conversation. Where Merida's mom just really wanted to make sure that Minho understands, look, my daughter is in your hands. She's away from her family, so if there's an emergency, we can't get to her. It'll take us at least a day. Having a kid is, you know, you gotta be a good partner, you gotta be supportive, just hope that you're ready, and please take care of my daughter. And how important it is for a man to step up and take care of his kid, because these days, sadly, the bar is low and that's not a given anymore. So, Minho, according to the mom and Minho himself, said that he will protect her and he will protect his family, which now includes this baby that's coming and his fiance Merida. He says, I love her, I will take care of her, you don't have to worry. So Merida was minding her business one day. This was a good talk, good time. She has her mom with her. She's feeling, you know, I got my mommy, baby girl mode. And without getting too graphic, the water broke and she realized, holy shit, I'm going into labor. Now, unfortunately, the moment that it did happen, Minho was at work. But luckily she has her two moms. She has her American mom and her Korean mom, and they knew what this meant, so they rushed her to the hospital. She says she was in labor for just under 48 hours. God damn! She said there were some complications, but the baby is healthy. She did say that she wants to keep the gender a secret in case she does decide to go public and make her own YouTube channel, which I totally understand. So that'll give you guys like a reason to go click and tune in over there if she does, which girl, I hope you do make your YouTube channel because I'm gonna watch, I'm nosy. But one thing that she said was so cute is the moment that Minho held their baby, she saw it. She saw this change where he was crying. He apologized to Merida and looking at his baby, apologizing for ever suggesting that the baby be aborted. She said he was obsessed, like he just kept staring at their baby and smiling, and he was emotional. She said she could see fully that he understood at this moment he is a dad. So again, she had the baby a few weeks ago, so this is a bit old. The mom unfortunately had to go back to the States now, and she said ever since her mom left, she's been feeling really lonely, experiencing a bit of postpartum. She's insecure about her body because she wants to get back into shape, and she says she really misses America, and she can't wait for their baby to be old enough so they can travel back. So they can travel back. On the positive side, she did say that Minho is a completely different person. She said she feels a little guilty because he doesn't spend a lot of time outside of the house. Like, he works and comes home. He doesn't hang out with his friends anymore, which she understands and respects, but she says she can't help but feel guilty. Her main issue and critique with him is that, unfortunately, he's not too active with like diaper changes and bathing the baby and feeding the baby, you know, especially in the middle of the night when the baby wakes up, because he says, I work all the time and you're the mom, so that's your job.
What do you mean by that?
Which she said, like, look, it's 2023, that's not how things go no more. And she said she can't do it all by herself and she really needs his help. And she said when she gives him like a little lecture, he steps up, but it does kind of gradually go back into him being like, that's your job, woman. I just want to say, Merida, fucking congratulations on having a healthy baby. I can't wait to find, I think it's a girl. I'm just guessing. I can only imagine how busy you are raising a baby, a newborn baby, and you still took the time to sit down and fucking email me. That is amazing. And I'm just saying this, I'm putting this out there, please start a YouTube channel. I think everyone, if they're still watching this video, especially at the end of this video, I think we'll all be watching. I gotta keep this short because my voice is kind of going in and out and I'm coughing. We all want to follow your journey. I hope you guys stay healthy. I hope you and your fiance grow stable and secure and happy. Thank you so much. Binge my videos, that's about to come up on the end screen. Thanks for watching. If you did, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Annyeong!